Once again, it's the God Slim Pickens back at you, aka Ma Kiru, aka God damn God's in the motherfucking building. Yeah. And this is my second video for the day. And I think it's kind of self-explanatory what the topic is going to be for the day. If it's on, you see what I'm saying? You see this? That's what it is. You see this? I mean, that's what it is. You see this? That's what it is. That's what it always will be. You see what I'm saying? Now, I got a deep topic for everybody out there. You know, I want to know how your feelings are. Click the like button. Share this video. I'll be coming with a Instagram, maybe Twitter. I don't really do the Facebook thing too much, man. Like, I don't, I ain't really dealing with all that. I don't want them boys. I'm good. But the next topic for me now is it's gonna be kind of deep, but I think it needs to be spoken about. And this is what it is. It's like, okay, the black woman is not God. Let me repeat that. The black woman is not God, at least from today's standards. And I'm going to tell you why. It would be different if I never dealt with black women, or, you know, but let's just say I've dealt with black women pretty much my whole life, from my mother all the way down to my ex-wife, you know, various girlfriends here and there, whatever. You know, it's crazy, man, because, you know, when I was younger, when I wasn't conscious, I very much kind of lived in my lower self. I wouldn't say fully, because I always knew that there was something more to me, but I always kind of focused on what like everybody else was focusing on. Like, you know, I cared about basketball a lot, and, you know, getting women, and, you know, sometimes I've stressed about money. I stressed a lot about money, a lot. And throughout my travels, and I realized that at the end of the day, it really don't all mean nothing. It don't mean shit. It don't. All this material shit, all this shit is gonna go. You can't take it with you. You can't take it with you. And I understand that, you know, while we're here on this planet, we got to do what we got to do to survive and all. But, you know, man, it's just crazy, man. Like, you know, but I think I digressed a little bit. So let me get back on point. You know what I mean? Today's topic is, like I said, the black woman is not God. I've dealt with black women from my mother, my grandmother, or the woman that raised me. You know, now I mean, it's my aunt. You know, I dealt with a lot of personal encounters with black women. And black women, they have a sense of entitlement. And I think that doesn't really come so much all with black women, but it comes with most women. Because we live in a society where women can kind of, you know, manipulate the rules. They can kind of, you know, say and do whatever they want. And as long as they hide behind their feelings or whatever, then it's all good. Like, you know, okay, for example, if you cheat on a woman, or if there's, you know, whatever, like some type of indiscretion, then if a man gets caught cheating, if he's a real man, he'll kind of fess up to it. He'll be like, well, you know what? Nah, I mean, you know, I fucked up. I'm sorry, babe. I love you. I ain't mean to hurt you. Nah, I mean, like, you know, can we talk about this? Can we sit down? Can we, nah, I mean, like, go to dinners? If a woman cheats on you, You did something to make her cheat on you. It's never her fault why she cheats on you. It's your fault because you didn't do this or you didn't do that. I'm like, last time I checked, we was all adults. So regardless of what I do, that has no bearing on your life whatsoever. It doesn't. What's the old saying? I mean, what I eat don't make you shit. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I've never had a woman or a black woman, any woman for that matter, take any accountability for what they've done in my life. Now, I mean, like, not just in my life, but as they go through life in general. Like, it's so lopsided with the stigma and everything. Like, it's crazy. Now, I mean, like, and I think black men get a bad rap. And, last time I'm from Jersey, now, I mean, I did my hip hop thing. Now, I mean, like, I got bars. I tell, now, I mean, people, whatever, like, I did my share of music. And first of all, now, I mean, shout out to Fonte. Now, I mean, first and foremost, now, I mean, that's the guy right there. Now, I mean, that's the man, like, he's, man, anyway, now, I mean, like, let's just say when it comes to music, no one has more clarity. From Little Brother to Fonte to Foreign Exchange, all that. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, if you don't know about it, now I mean, go check him out, Fonte. You know what I mean? This shit, man. Like, the dude is an animal, man. Like, like I said, I would wish I could do some music with him. Now I mean, like, if you hear this, get at the guy. Now I mean, Slim Pickens the guy. YouTube, Maya Kiru, same thing. Now I mean, whatever. Like, this is something. I mean, that I need to put out there like that. Like, my work ain't done. My work ain't done at all. So it's like this. Black people or black women don't really take accountability for their actions, and they use their emotions to cloak their bullshit. And I ain't even gonna say just all black women. I'll be lying. So like I say, now I mean, before this even, if this goes viral, whatever, now I mean, like, I'm letting y'all know. I'm not saying all black women are like this. I'm saying the majority, and this is why I agree with Tommy Sotomayor. For the most part, he's not no coon. He ain't no fucking coon. Jesse Lee Peterson, he's a coon. Now I mean, Charles Barkley, coonish. Now I mean, like, yeah, I think, now I mean, we throw this coon word around too loosely. Now I mean, like, I think we need to start, differentiating, what exactly is coonism. Now I mean, like, Jesse Lee Peterson. I watched a lot of his videos, and I laughed at him, man. Like, he's a funny dude, man. Like, cause I never quite seen anybody, that was so, damn. What's the word I'm looking for, man? Like, I never seen anybody so adamant about, and he's very dismissive too. Like, I noticed, now I mean, that he will dismiss obvious facts, and I blame a lot of that on religion. I blame that on the Christian, man, not just Christianity. I blame that on religion. So for that, now I mean, like, I hate to say, but because he run around saying that he's a reverend and doing all this and that, I'm like, man, you don't know the first thing about God. Nothing. The black woman nowadays, I mean, doesn't know what God is. God is a balance. That's why I agree with Elijah, Nature Boy, on that shit. There's a balance to this shit. Now I mean, man, like, I don't know what happened all with him and Yaya, and what happened down there in Costa Rica or whatever, man. But I mean, like, all I got to say is this: what you see on the forefront, and I think people that was in the camp or whatever, now I mean, kind of came out. What was his name? Nico or Mika, whatever his name is. dude, know what I mean, and shit, and know what I mean, the other chick left, and know what I mean, like, I remember, know what I mean, the one time they was both laid up in the bed, know what I mean, in the tent, whatever, and he was posted up, know what I mean, had both Jones, know what I mean, and shit, man, I was like, God dang, I said, fuck, man, like, that nigga died, like, yo, whatever game he got, man, like, he doing, let's just say, know what I mean, he doing it his way. That's all I gotta say, know what I mean, he doing it his way. So I say that to say this. Man, let me take a pause for a minute, man. 1 minute, 1 minute. All right, where I leave off? Okay. The black woman is not God. What Brother Polite and Young Pharaoh and all the a couple of the other cats, now I mean what they say. Like Cyrus Sumasetti and all that. Like I said, shout out to all of them, man. Much respect, much respect, much respect. They doing their thing when they found, I mean, when they platform, and you know, I can't hate at all. Now I mean, like they got a lot of decent knowledge. At the same time, I think what it is that they got the feminine aspect of nature and the dark matter and everything that comes from the universe. And I understand what they mean by the black woman is God, meaning that the black feminine aspect, the negative energy, things that like that are what it is to be, you see what I'm saying, like part of God. And like I said, shout out to Nature Boy, man. Like when I seen him posted up, not me with the 2 joints, I was laughing. I said, yo, he doing this thing, man. Like, hey, man, that's big, man. Like he got like a little harem, now I mean, the shit of Jones down there. Shit, I'm fucked. But as you see, now I mean, everything that now I mean glitters ain't gold. You thought on camera, now I mean, they shit was all sweet and they was all in tune, and you know, you figure everything with the universe and all, and with the Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn and all that. And I'll be like, I dig all that. But as you see, you could take a person out of that environment and put them in the most natural environment they could ever be in. And you have to understand that you can't take a wolf out of the woods and domesticate it and think it's not going to still be ravenous. You may raise that wolf from a puppy, but understand that that wolf is still a wolf. A snake is still a snake. And I like to use an analogy too. Like, you know, like I said, I like to pick up jewels when people drop. That's what I do. Now, what it is this. Now, I mean, like, I heard this joint, like, I remember watching the Crying Game and shit, man. Like, those who don't know, Google the Crying Game. Look that up. And I think it was when Forrest Whitaker he was tied up or whatever, and he had the bag over his head, and you know, boy was, you know, had him hostage and shit, you know, tied behind a chair, whatever. And they was talking, and I remember him saying a story about the scorpion and the frog. Now, if you're not familiar with that story, like I said, you might want to go Google it and watch it. But those who don't want to do that, now I mean, I'll give you the Cliff Notes. So, the story goes that there was a scorpion that was walking along the beach, or the river. My fault, the river. And he needed to get to the other side of the river, but he knew that he couldn't swim. Like scorpions, like their structure ain't for being in water. So he came across a frog that was chilling, I mean, by the edge of the river. So he asked the frog, he said, yo, like, you know, can you do me a favor? Like, you know, I really need to get across this river. Like, you know, I'm my family over there or whatever. Like, you know, I just need to get across there. Like, it's very important. Like, so the frog was like, yeah, I could take you, know what I mean, across the river. I could do that. But how do I know you're not gonna, kill me or stab me or something like that? He said, why would I do that? I need you to get across this river. If I was to do that to you, hell, we both would drown. That's stupid. Now, that makes no sense. Like, come on. Like, so it made sense to the frog. The frog was like, okay, I'll do it. Now, so he let the scorpion climb on his back, and he proceeded to, paddle and whatever. So he's using his weight, and taking the scorpion's weight too. So the scorpion just chilling on the frog's back, posted up, whatever, and the frog is doing all this work, carrying his weight, and just to do this favor for this scorpion that he don't know from Adam. Now, he gets to the middle of the river, and he feels he feels a sharp sting in his back. And he turns around and says, well, damn, like, why did you stab me? Like, that don't make no sense. Like, why would you, we are here in the river, we both going to drown. Like, that's stupid. Why would you stab me in the back knowing that I was helping you get across this river? He said, I'm a scorpion. That's what I do. Oh my God, you people, like, I don't even think y'all get the magnitude of what the fuck this shit, man, was that story about. Like, people just so think on such a low level, they didn't even get the masterpiece of what the fuck, like, he just explained piece of shit motherfuckers, the shit, man, in a summarization of it. That's what the Bible is doing. That's why you're not supposed to take the Bible literal. It's giving you a summarization. It's giving you analogies. It's giving you parables and simile and things like that. Like, come on now, man. Like, it's giving you a message to get the story and the meaning. It's not the story itself that's what's true. It's the meaning of the story that's true. So with that being said, young Pharaoh, I just like to say that the black woman, by today's standards, is way more, and I hate to say this, I really do, but I would be disingenuous if I was to say this and not include the bullshit in my circle in that. So I have a first-hand account of my experiences for black women for 43 years on this planet. And I can honestly say that there hasn't been one, let me repeat, one that has ever been sincere and apologized for their bullshit. Even when they know they was wrong. They were dead. Like I said, I had white people, I had white women do it too. So don't think, I'm just shitting on, black women when I say this, shit, because it's not that. It's the fact that I know how the women aspect, women are manipulative by nature because they lack the physical stature to equal up to men, so they have to use other means to try to gain. That's why society is so geared toward women. That's why when a woman could accuse a man of rape, even if she's wrong, she don't go to jail. But the man loses years off of his life, and he don't even get a sorry from the woman. Same thing with child support. A woman, could take a dude for child support, that it ain't his. But the fact is that the state, says, okay, if you've been taking care of this child for this long, then you're responsible for this child, even if you're not the blood father. So you mean to tell, let me get this right. You mean to tell me that a dude could fuck a chick, bust up in her, dip off, and whoever the decent is dude that's around that happened to be there when the child is grown or whatever, he's now responsible for that, and he could go to jail for that? You gonna tell me that's fair? You gonna tell me that's just? What about the money that's been dished out for for the children that they found out when we took DNA tests and found out that it wasn't their child. They don't get that money back. Can they sue the wife? Nah, I mean, for, you know, that should be common sense. This shouldn't even be a negate. Nah, I mean, this shouldn't even be a hard situation. I said, nah, I mean, like, the world is crazy, man. Like, this is such an imbalance, and this is why the world is in chaos. Nah, I mean, because don't nobody give a fuck. Everybody just go by how they feel, and that's just what it is. That's just what it is. And with feelings, and I hate to say it like this, but I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet my next month's money, now I mean, whatever, that 90%, or probably, I might even go as high as 95. I'm going to go 95%. 95% of the men in prison or the people in prison are there because of one thing. It all boils down to one thing. Feelings. And I know you probably looking like, huh? Like, what you mean feelings? Now, I mean, like, you know, I look somebody's feelings, get them. Yeah, think about it. Okay. People that are in there for murder. Do they get the, well, okay, let me say this. There are serial, you know, rapists and murderers that have no conscience and they don't care, whatever. That's in a whole nother class, whatever. But I'm saying, for the most part, people that are in jail for drugs, for murder, for things like that are because of their feelings. They do things out of feelings. Now, I mean, they rob because they feel greedy. They have sex and they rape because they feel the need to have power. These are things that are obvious. People that are blue collar crimes. They the ones, now I mean, like, why do they get locked up? Because of their feelings, because they want more gratification. That's what it is. Feelings. Because dudes in jail now, because they so-called women that love them ratted them the fuck out because they mad because they caught him cheating somewhere or some shit like that. So it's like, fuck it. Now I mean, I don't care about you. The same person that I said that I loved you, I would die for you, I would do everything for you. They're the same ones that'll be on the phone. Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, Tyrone is at, I mean, you know, such and such place. Now I mean, he got like 2 pounds of weed and a couple, I mean, you know, kilos of coke, whatever. Like, you know, if you catch him, now I mean, in that 2013, you know, Chevy, now I mean, yeah, he's in that. Now I mean, license plate. What the fuck? Yo, that is crazy. That's crazy. That make a motherfucker not even want to be in no relationship for real. It's easier now, I mean, just to have a friend and have somebody that you just fucking, and I hate to say it like this, but when you caught up in relationships, that's why if relationships were so good, and I understand, like I said, there's a balance, and, you know, hopefully, maybe, you know, one of these days, I don't want to sound like no scorned man and no shit like that, because that's not what it is. I'm just telling you the reality of shit. Like, motherfuckers is in there, now I mean, in the clink right now because of their feelings, because of somebody else. Killing, robbing, stealing, murdering, all these things. Now I mean, I'm like, yo, like I said in one of my past videos, you say, now I mean, that, you know, the black people, now I mean, we do so much to each other. Who got more blood on their hands than religions, than Christianity? Who has more blood on their hands? Throughout the civil wars and, you know, whatever, come on now. I'm like, yeah, like, there's just no equality. And I don't understand, like I said, if I could get on if I had the opportunity to get, and I said this before, if I had the opportunity for me to get on a giant megaphone that could speak to everybody around the world at one time, I would get on that megaphone, but I would simply say, what the fuck are y'all doing? What the fuck are y'all doing? You know this is bullshit. You know everything that's going on around you is bullshit, and you just don't care. And that's what the problem is with a lot of women. They do the bullshit and they just don't care. They only care when it happens to them. And let me use this analogy right quick. And I want to see if you can peep game. This is something that I came up with. I said, nobody gives a fuck about the neighborhood dog until he take a shit on your front lawn. Y'all ain't hear me. Y'all didn't hear me at all. Now, I mean, let me say that again for y'all. Shout out to Tommy Sotomayor once again, because like I said, he ain't no coon, far from it. He just keep it real, and motherfuckers just hate the fact that he keep it so goody, so hood, know what I mean, with that shit, that motherfuckers is like, oh man, like you shitting on black women, you hate no. How's that the case? Like he said, I seen more black women out at his crib than white women. The only white girl I really seen out there, know what I mean, and I wasn't even watching them like that, know what I mean, was Lana. Everybody else I seen, know what I mean, you know, a couple slim, light-skinned Jones, whatever, but I ain't never seen no, know what I mean, no white girl, no him kissing up to no white ass. I don't see that. Like, his fan base is cool. Like I said, Tommy Sotomayor, get at me. Like, you know, we can do a one-on-one chat. Now, I mean, like I said, I got a lot of topics I could talk about. This is real shit. So, you know, if you want to get down and you want to, I mean, you know, talk about some shit or whatever, and we can take some calls and do whatever, man. Like, it's, hey, man, look, and like I said, I ain't even trying to ask you for nothing, because it ain't even that kind of party. Like, I'm out this, now I mean, to just put my word out there and hope it make a difference somehow. Because I see the bullshit that happened in my life, and I could say, yo, man, like, a lot of this shit, man, ain't deserved. Iced tea, I mean, sun brewed. You know, I don't do that boiling shit. I'm natural, man. Like, you know, like I said, I ain't perfect, but I try to do the best that I can. You know, I still put that, I mean, I still put a little bit of that, get that mind right in your air, you know what I mean? And, you know, I sip my little brown, and, you know, that's what it is, man. Like, I mind my business, I don't bother nobody, man. Like I said, this is my first, I think this might be my second YouTube video, whatever. Like, I don't know. I'm ready to start my own channel. Another channel, probably, you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's going to be called, might get a live stream or whatever. And it's going to be called Smoking with Slim. And we're going to have, you know, a little Google Hangout, whatever. And, you know, we going to all get in there, now I mean, shit, talk about, now I mean, different topics and, you know, chop it up, whatever. Like I said, you know, I'm down with, I fucks with the House of Consciousness. Like I said, shout out to, now I mean, you know, Sinetta. You know, Brother Reggie, you know what I mean? You know, all them Shaka, I learned, I mean, like I said, I watched a little bit of, like I said, I done my homework. I done my homework, put it like that. I know a little bit about everybody, you know what I mean, that's out there. You know what I mean? From Polite, you know, Aunt, you know, Brother Aunt, you know what I mean? Shout out, like I said, you know what I mean? Like, I think this money thing, you know what I mean, is going a little bit too far. You know what I mean? The shit with me. I just think that, you know, the bullshit that they going through, you know, they need to squash that shit. Because at the end of the day, now I mean the shit, man, that paper come and go. But you gonna always need your brothers. You gonna always need them. If that would be ideal, now I mean the shit for me. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't know. Like, I just don't understand why, you know, we got the beef and bullshit, now I mean, and that's another thing. Like I said, you know, I agree with Nature Boy. I agree with Elijah Nature Boy when he said this comment. Why do you need to charge for information? Information is free. If you take the time, I mean, you can learn the same shit as a goddamn scholar that go to Harvard. If you read the same books and do the same work as he do, just because he got a fucking paper behind his name or an MD or PhD, whatever, what's the difference between you and him having the same knowledge, if not more? That's stupid. No. That college is bullshit. All this shit is a game, man. All this shit. The game is rigged, man. The game is fucking rigged. That's all I got to say, you know what I mean? And I'm going to come with a strong video on that. You know what I mean? Shit, man, the game is fucking rigged. This whole shit, I'm going to break all this shit down, you know what I mean, man? From how, you know, from the time, you know what I mean, the shit of when we the first melanated beings came on this planet, dating back to the Yakub story, and the man, like the Atlanteans, the Sumerians, all them. Know what I mean, man, like all that goes back. I mean, it's a lot of shit. Know what I mean, that people been lied to about. And I know it ain't my place to come out there and say anything, or know what I mean, the shit, man. Like it's not my place. Know what I mean, the shit, man. To come out there and say some bullshit. Know what I mean, but I am gonna come out there and I'm gonna say, know what I mean, what's real. I believe in the truth. Know what I mean, and I stand by the truth wholeheartedly. I'm a Capricorn. That's what I do. I stand by the truth. I don't go for no bullshit. Know what I mean, like I stand on my square. I don't fuck with nobody. I don't do no bullshit. Know what I mean, like that to nobody, man. So I don't expect. Like I said, so I dealt with more issues with black women and deception than anything, and this is what it is. Know what I mean, like we need to really have what you would call divine intervention. We need to have a gathering of the masses. We need to have a mature dialogue on why black men and women can't get along. And you wonder why they say that, black men, run the white women away. And like I said, it ain't even so much that white women are better, because I had crazy shit happen with me with white women too. I'm going through some bullshit like that right now. Right now. And that's real shit, I mean, man. So it's like, like I don't put no color on bullshit. I'm going to say the female gender. Now I mean, now do I love my women? Absolutely. Absolutely. All day, every day. Now I mean, shit, man, like it's a hard pill to swallow. Because you figure, now I mean, as you get a little older, like I said, I'm 43, I'm about to be 44. And as I came up on my age and my maturity, I've learned that a lot of shit out here that we hold value to, especially when it comes to women, ain't shit. It's not. It's not worth it. I would much rather be by myself and miserable than be with somebody and miserable. Because you can change your aspect depending on your day-to-day mind if you're by yourself on whether you choose to be happy that day or not. But if you with somebody that makes you miserable, ain't shit you can fucking do. Now I mean, shit, man, until you leave, ain't shit you can do. You gonna always be that miserable motherfucker. Yep. Yep. All day, every day. And I'm sick of people, now I mean, the shit, man. Like I said, like it's niggas, now I mean, that come out here and do bullshit. All I'm saying is that, look, if you keep it real, understand, I mean, shit, man, that all this shit here, man, don't mean nothing. We need to come together. Stop blaming white people for all of they contributed a lot. Yes, they did. Yes, I will be, that's beyond, they don't even want to talk about that. Now I mean, shit, man, like, we already crossed that bridge. So now what we gonna do? We here now. We fucked up now. We getting shot. We killing each other. What we gonna do? Are we gonna keep doing this bullshit? I know I ain't a part of it. I don't want that shit. I don't have that shit in my circle. And anybody that does, now I mean, the shit come around me with that bullshit, they see the front. They want some main source shit. They looking at the front door immediately. So like I say, I mean, shit, man, like I fucks with Corey. I gotta mention Corey Holcomb again. Shout out to the guy, 5150 Day shit, diabetes shit, man, all day, every day, man. I don't miss a show, you know what I mean, shit, man. Like, if you hear this, now I mean, whatever, man, get at me, man. Like, yo, I got a couple jokes, now I mean, shit, man, that need to be said, I mean, with that motherfucker, man. Like, cause yo, he's a funny dude, man. He's funny. I fucks with him, and he talk real shit. And a real nigga, know what I mean, will recognize real shit. You see what I'm saying? Like I said, am I saying he perfect? Nah, ain't nobody perfect. I'm not perfect. But one thing that I'm not is malicious. One thing that I'm not is malicious. I don't fuck with nobody and don't fuck with me. I've been living in Jersey, know what I mean, for years, know what I mean, man. I've been shot at. I've been, know what I mean, all kinds, been robbed, gunpoint, all that shit, know what I mean, man. I'm still here. I'm here. Why? Because, know what I mean, I knew that there was something greater in me, know what I mean, and shit than this. Let me give y'all a little lesson if y'all don't know, okay? We gonna do it like this. Before, now I mean, I say what I'm gonna say, shout out to Taj Tariq Bey, because he lived in Camden too, now I mean, shit, man. So he know, now I mean, shit, man, exactly how it is around the way. But how can I say this? Ah, shit. What was I gonna say? All right. Taj Tariq Bey was like this. What you think is God isn't God. Between Taj Tariq Bey and Bobby Hibbert, they broke it down eloquently. Eloquently. Meaning, okay, there's a such thing as there's two sides to a word. There's what you call the etymology and what you call the definition and the etymology. Definition, all we already know, comes from, you know, what the description of the word means. The etymology means the root of where it came from, the seed, the root. The word God, I believe, is a Dutch and German word. And it means that which is invoked. Don't take my word for this. Look this up. God means that which is invoked. So, okay, I thought about this. I said, You apply that perception to the biblical aspect. And you look at the different prophets or, you know, people that were, you know, important in the Bible or whatever. What did they all do? At one point in time. That's all I got to say. What did they all do? They all called on God. They all reached out to him. They all tried to go up higher. They all tried to... You called on him. Which I hate to say, I mean, but God isn't even of a male aspect. That's why we call nature mother. Because it's mother nature, it's the feminine aspect. They removed that from the Bible because the Bible is misogynistic. It is a very misogynistic book. Now you have to see that when you call on somebody, say like if you have an issue, say that you, like if you was a child and you fell down the stairs or something, and you hurt your arm or your leg, what did you do? You called out to your mom. At that moment, your mom became your God. Just by simple, you see what I'm saying? Like this is simple shit. And I'm not high. It ain't about me being high or crazy shit like that. I said I have a 126 IQ. I've tested myself a few times. I've been to college. I have a degree in computer network administration. I have this. I've been in the military. I've done all these things. Now, I mean, like I said, I'm not just some closeted dude just getting high. And I mean, wishing upon a star. No, I've seen things. I've experienced things. So I know exactly how this works. And even though, now I mean, I still am a student in this, I'm still learning. And I'm gonna always be a student in life. I'm humble enough to admit that. I'm arrogant or confident enough for me to say that I am God. I am part of God. At the same time, I'm humble enough to say that I'm still learning. My job here isn't done. My job isn't done here at all. Some people have come back here. Some souls have come back here for different reasons. The black woman is by nature the origin of life. That I can admit. That you will have no disagreement with me there. But for you to give this black woman such a high praise, and they're killing their kids and chopping them up and putting them in freezers and all this crazy shit, man, like, and you just give a pass to them saying that, oh, well, they're lost. It's sisters, we gotta get them together. Well, let me get this right. Now, I mean, this shit. Last time I checked, we was both adults. So if I'm responsible for my actions, why can't she be responsible for hers? I think that's all was Tommy Sotomayor was saying. If your actions, if I gotta be a man and fess up to my shit, why can't you fess up to yours? Why is it so hard for you? Now, I mean, you like I also talked to a I want to say a therapist or something like this about, and I mentioned this to her. And I said, most people that suffer from depression for two reasons. One, unresolved issues. And two, people doing traumatic shit to them, and those people that do the traumatic shit don't say I'm sorry. That's it. That's it in a nutshell. This is why, I mean, we are in disarray today, because no one is taking accountability for the actions that they've done and the pain that they've caused in people's lives. And most of the people, the men that's out here that cheat and they was raised, like Tommy said, by black women. So they was raised around if you want to call the word, I don't know if this is what, fuck it, I'm going to use it, ratchicity. This is when the ratchicity was at an all-time high. You see what I'm saying? Now, I mean, like, this is bullshit. It's real life bullshit. So I'm saying this. I love my women. I love my black women. I would, let's just say that at this point in time, you don't need anybody to complete you. You have to get to a point in your life where you know how to complete yourself, bring yourself in balance. If you can't find anybody that compliments you, that complements your energy, that what you bring, then you don't need to be around them. I don't care how much you love them. I don't care about how much of it's your family, friends, whatever. You don't need to be around them. And you'll be a fool, now I mean, to stay by something that you know is detrimental to you, but you'll still do it. Now, will I say, I mean, that everybody has the God spark in them, the God essence in them? Some more than others. Some more than others. But not me. I don't see this in black women. I see more humility in black men than in black women. And this is some painful shit, I mean, to really think about, because it's like everybody you know what? I'm going to end this on this note. Remember the movie Get Out? I think everybody, that was smash hit, Jordan Peele. Excellent. I think that was probably one of the most creative. He took a whole different angle. But the angle was a part that everybody in their life either dealt with or knows somebody that dealt with, that they never wanted to talk about. The fact is that they was able to play on that black man's emotions to suppress him, just to take his body. Listen to what I'm saying. That sunken place, that lady with the teacup and all that shit, that's real. That's very fucking real. Everyone has a fucking sunken place in them. Some people can't get out of that sunken place. That one traumatic experience that just breaks you. And you know that you got, if there was anything more powerful, if you want to call it God, reach into the Bible, whatever, if you know that there's something, you reach for that for your life. Like, that's, all I got to say is that we all have this, and it really doesn't take much for people to really trigger that. That's why it's hard for rape victims to recover, because they don't want to have that feeling of vulnerability again that they lost. Now, that movie Get Out was very, very powerful. Now, I'm gonna say that sunken place, everyone that I've talked to has that. Every woman, everybody. And usually that pain is caused by another. There are piece of shit men. Let me start off by saying that. There are piece of shit men out there. Yes, very much so. Very much so. But I think it's even worse when a mother does something to you. Because a mother is supposed to be the natural caretaker, the nurturer of you. If there's anybody that you're supposed to fall and lean on, regardless of whether you're wrong or right, it's your mother. And some people don't have that mother. I wasn't fortunate to have that kind of mother. I was fortunate to have somebody in my life, my brother, my grandma, you know, whoever, know what I mean, that gave a fuck about me. Shout out, know what I mean, this shit to, you know, Chuck, John, you seeing this, know what I mean? Yeah, all day, man, all day. All day, man. Even though we ain't all see eye to eye, I still got love for you, all day. But our family dynamic has changed. You know it and I know it. And it's been forming and going down this path for quite some time. And a lot of this pain has been caused by the women in our lives. Think about it. I'm not even being mad when I say this. But know that women have caused the most pain, in my opinion, in people's lives. And that's what Tommy and all them are saying. Stop giving out pain to people. I understand that hurt people. But no, this has to stop. It has to stop. Otherwise, we're not going to get anywhere. And I don't expect for us to get anywhere. Now, I mean, like, because I think the damage is too far gone. We got coons out there like Jesse Lee Peterson, now I mean, man, that has no problem saying that black people are lazy, thank the white man for slavery, bullshit like that. Now I mean, man, get the fuck out of here, yo. Get the fuck out of here, man. Like, I don't believe somebody with his colored skin even formed his mouth to even say anything like that. Blew my mind. Barkley, he put it like this. Like I said, just because a person is good on the court don't mean they're a good person. I.e. Michael Jordan. You hear how Jordan was so great. Now I mean, like, he was a god on the court, the closest thing to God on the court. But once he stepped off that court, people say he was an asshole. Asshole. Now, do he got bread? Yeah. Do I respect him in this game? Absolutely. Now, if I was to sit down and have a talk with him, now I mean, I would just simply say, like, you know, my dude, like, you got people getting shot over your sneakers. Now I mean, all the, like, you ain't coming out and want to say anything about that. You don't care. Like, this is your people here. Like, you need to understand that regardless of how much money you get, you will never be part of them. You will never be part of them. I don't care, and I mean, whole, what you say about Kanye, all that shit, Illuminati, dumb shit, whatever, man. Like, my dude, at the end of the day, we still getting crumbs off the fucking plate. They still eating the fucking pie. They gonna keep eating the pie. And they still gonna keep sweeping the crumbs down to y'all. And as long as you get a little bit more crumbs than everybody else, you feel like you're better than somebody, and you're not. We all one people. We all need to stick together. We all need to really stop this dumb shit. For real. Now, I'm out. Subscribe. Slim Pickings to God. My other channel, my Keru. I may be coming with a new channel soon. Smoking with Slim. We will start this, hang out, whatever. I like to get a couple people on and, chop it up, and talk some real shit, and see if we could, come to some type of headway or something. See if we could put some forth action or something. And not saying I'm a Superman, do all this shit by myself, because it's not me, it's bigger than me. All this shit's bigger than me. I ain't trying to be nobody's leader. I'm my own leader, and I'm gonna always be my own leader. That's what it is. You wanna know why? Because I'm God.